Go for it.
Action. So pull, as you can see on this side, the wheel arch. This wheel arch has come out here because the wheels to this height wasn't going to be high enough to get the car as low as I wanted it to. So now instead of the wheel being here, I can get it up to here. So it's going to be probably about 40 mil off the ground and about 20 mil from the air dam. But I can get my wheels right up into here. So they're going to run up there now with new wheel tubs. And I'm doing the same on that side now. Next is cut off these inner seals. Brace it off these just temporarily so we can send it off to blasting now that I've got it all gutted. Once it comes back from blasting, we'll finish cutting all this up.
Someone sent a message on Facebook about
wheels.
Yeah,
he rang me up.
Yeah, right. So you have an answer for him because I told him he was going to be in this video.
No, he had wheels for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He was offering me wheels, but they weren't going to work.
Right. Okay. So that's. Are you worried about the clearance up there? Is it?
Oh, it's going to have a full. This is going to be cleaned up more. There'll be a wheel tub around this. It's going to be like a steel wheel tub going into there. And yeah, it'll make more room for it, but it's going to be up here.
And so this is all for aerodynamics?
Keep the car low. Yeah, and it looks cool too.
And so by doing this, is there less chance of wind getting under the car?
Well, it's long, it's low, it's wide, it's heavy. Yeah, it's all just guessing, isn't it? There is a science to the weight distribution that I will follow to a T, or religiously even, fundamentally.
Have you had to consult an engineer or?
I've been talking to Lionel and Graham, who are tech inspectors for DLRA. But yeah, they're all sort of done the same, just common sense. There's certain specifics you got to go by, which I will. But Graham was in this morning, actually dropped off some front rims, the same dude that dropped off the front tyres. So yeah, it's all going along just nice.
And this is all from last week?
All this here, this was from the week before, wasn't it? All that in and this side. Now this side's going to come out. I'll clean this up here. All I've got to really do now is clean up this edge, cut this away, pull that out, cut these down. Because it's braced across here now, so it keeps the pillars in line, and the sill panels are going to come right off, and then it's off for blasting. Get blasted, comes back and start putting metal back in it. In the meantime, I'm going to wait for those engine components to be built, so I can mount the transmission and mount the motor to this jig. Forklift it in and mount it actually on the jig and get the right angle and be able to slide it around so I can work out where it's going to go. And action! So yesterday, Friday night, Saturday and today, it's really getting stripped down to its bare shell. Seal panels, inner and outer, are off. I was going to use the inner seals, but they were too fucked. But I'm putting 3mm plate in there now. For the inner seal, I'm still using a factory repo seal, but which is this panel here. But it's too short. I'm going to make it longer anyway, because Fairlanes are longer here in the back doors and here, but ZAs and ZBs got longer rear doors on them. So that'll all go in once the sandblasting's done. So all the shitty material, all the rust is gone now. Here, except for back here, I'm working on this area today. This will get filled in. I want to have this area cleaned up, braced and unpicked. You can see it's all just floppy as. So I'm going to brace that and then clean there's two skins there, clean the one skin. There's not going to be much left by the time it's blasted. Just drilling out all these spot welds back here at the moment. Obviously it's had a bit of a hit once. So all these spot welds are coming out now. I'll unpick this area. Unpick both these areas. So there's just an inner, see that? There'll be just an inner quarter. That'll be gone. And just this back panel. Yeah.
And then where's it go next?
It's going to go to the sandblasters. It's going to go to the sandblasters next week to Peter blast off. And it's going to get all this old shit taken off and all the... I'm probably going to have to clean some of that body getting around manually first. And this here, because it doesn't, it bounces off. Sandblasting bounces off this rubber shit. You've got to actually get the rubber off. Because you could mask up for sandblasting. You can wrap something in gaffer tape and it won't affect it at all. So it's going to be hard, not something you can bounce off. So I've got to clean all that out. And then once it comes back from blasting, I'll do these rust repairs around the back window. Start putting the sill panels back in. And this is just another sacrificial jig. You see there's probably been 3 jigs in this car so far. This will all get chopped out and thrown away, even these bits, and it'll be clamped full length from the sill panels, on the edge of the sill panels and the back panel, and then I can start working up from that. So this will all get chopped out, and I'll keep the good bits, but this is all for nothing. Not for nothing, but just to hold it whilst it's getting sandblasted and get the sill panels get the sill panels welded in, because I don't want any of this to go out of alignment this way, that way, because I've set my door gaps to Gonzlab good enough for this job. I'm not going to agonise over them because it's a race car.
And speaking of the race car aspect, what about the engine? Is there anything to report on the engine?
There's nothing on that. I'm still waiting for the transmission. Paid for that in full quite some time ago. Still waiting on that. The Z drive, I made some adjustments in the design. He's getting the gears cut. He doesn't cut the gears himself. He's getting the gears cut, and when he gets the gears back, he'll start doing the housing. But I want the Z drive will come out of the motor, and I want it to be able to be adjustable. It's got a 4-inch offset, but it could go here, it could go here, it could go there, it could go there. All depends on how high the diff's going to go and how low I'm going to get it to the ground. I'm going to get it pretty low. Once it comes back from the blast, we're also going to spend a little bit of time on the roof. Just finish final tapping that up. Got it pretty good there. Just stretch it a bit more and yeah, a little bit of fine tuning.
What about the wheels?
Okay, so a wheel update. I ended up getting on to Ian Splatt up at Dragway, who's done lots of these before, lots of the wheels for this application, SHN. Probably have to get a set of custom wheels for the rear, because we're going 5/8 wheel stud, which is a massive wheel stud. Decided to go down that path just for the fact of the weight of the car and how much force there is on it from the air pushing on it. After a lengthy conversation with Lionel West. So front and backs I'm leaving in his hands to get custom made. I think the back one's going to be an aluminium and the front one's going to be a steel wheel, but same, it'll take 1 5/8 inch, I think it's a 5-inch PCD, it's a NASCAR PCD, which brings us to the front end. The front end is going to be a NASCAR front end, from upper and lower control arms, suspension, sway bars. A guy named Matt Lagoon out of Shepparton, oh, he's just out of Shepparton somewhere. He's putting together a whole front end for me, shocks, springs, the works. Just because it'll be a good idea, just because NASCAR's are fucking 2 ton and they do 200 mile an hour. So if we go down what they do and what they've got for should be good, pretty good for this. And he's got a lot of experience in the salt and with that NASCAR equipment. So he's a good brain to pick. He's also lending me his front end jig, so I can make a whole front clip here. So I can build a whole front clip with all the fucking suspension hanging off it, and wheels hanging off it, and I will locate on this jig and slide back and forth. That's what this is for. Everything's going to clamp onto this jig and slide back and forth. Motor, diff, and I'll be able to set the car up, right? Put the guards on everything, set the car up. And once everything's clamped into place and there's a seating position, then I'll start designing the chassis rails around that, because you can't guess it's a one-off thing. And it's all going to be designed off, your ground clearance and where I'm going to sit and where the diff's going to be to where the offset of the transmission's going to be. I dreamt some of it. Some of it I dreamed. No bullshit. I dreamed some of it. I dream up mechanical, I solve mechanical problems in my dreams. No bullshit. Some people dream about nude women. I dream about mechanical problems.
You get a stiffy over Merlins.
I wouldn't say stiffy. But they
or engines or
there's
cars.
There's something to the yeah. There's something to it.
Right.
There's something.
Oh, they're not wet
Some
dream.
people will never get it. Some people won't ever get it. Some people don't understand music. You know what I mean? That same person doesn't understand the fucking, how something can touch you.
So they're not wet dreams.
They're not wet dreams, nah.
Nah. Right.
Nah. Make it a little moist. But I don't.
Make the brain.
I don't
moist.
blow in my pants,
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's good.
I've done that once though.
Over an engine.
No, my new girlfriend Jessie. Yeah, keep between us though.
Yeah.